August 23rd, 2016. Guys, we've had a powerful quake in Italy, 6.2 and you see a 4.6 aftershock, both at 10 kilometers. That's shallow. It does a lot of damage to buildings, and it can hurt a lot of people. And we've got a couple of images. And it has been very devastating in that area. We have not had a lot of solar activity, but there's something else going on that I want to point out. You've got the National Laboratory at Del Gran Sasso. It's part of the CERN community, and it's a particle physics laboratory situated near the Gran Sasso Mountains in Italy between the towns of L'Aquila and Teramo. It's about 120 kilometers from Rome. In addition to the surface portion of the laboratory, there are extensive underground facilities beneath the mountains. If you have paid attention to my videos and all the other videos about CERN, these underground facilities can transmit around the world to one another at very high energy particles that can transmit through the ground. They don't have to come up. They can transmit through the ground. And what we're dealing with here, and it's happened before, is there's a fault zone that runs right down through L'Aquila and runs right up into the Franco-Swiss border. And that is where CERN's at. But it's a narrow valley. You can see it right there. And again, this has happened before, 120 kilometers northeast of Rome. And these are the images coming in, guys. It's the 24th there in Italy. We're still 23rd here. It's 9:47 p.m. Central Daylight Time. They've had casualties. But, guys, if you don't think this can happen, you've got to go back and look at what they've been doing for years. And if you look at Chicago at the Fermi Lab there, they've been transmitting 800 miles underground up into the Dakotas to a sensor there. But if you look at CERN, it shut down here at 0500 hours. They're a couple hours ahead of UTC time, which would have put them shutting down just a few hours after the quake. They're back up. They're not running at high speed, but you're seeing beam 1 and beam 2 now on their sensors. Let's go back a couple years. Chicago, scientists plan to expand their understanding of the particles as well as their role in the universe by using Fermilab's accelerators to create neutrinos and shoot them 800 miles through an underground beam to a neutrino detector at the Sanford Underground Research Facility in South Dakota. Guys, they shut that down because of earthquakes in Chicago. And this is an image of Fermilab. Many of you in that area have seen it, guys. But it cost millions and millions of dollars. They started transmitting underground, started getting quakes in the area, and they were forced to shut this down. They just moved this technology over to the Franco-Swiss border at CERN, and I guarantee you guys it has a lot to do with this earthquakes. Because when you start transmitting that amount of energy through these fault zones, that's what happens. We're watching it. It's a heads up. Be safe.